Most welcome to Unified Fields, and what a wonderful time, isn't it? On the planet, so many sources and forces working out for us and rearranging everything in order to embrace new life on the planet, new life in your consciousness especially. Imagine what is being rewired in order for us to restructure life into new healthy lifestyles. And there is so much going on actually, and we can only be grateful, especially in the incoming week. I have been observing a lot of consciousness because that's my thing, right? I love to do that. I love to rewire my brain, to reset my brain continuously into a new brain set and see what that attracts. That's the level of my expertise in society. I mean, it's part of my passion, and so observing people, I know we have been through a lot, and I mean, for myself, it's not going fast enough, and for many people, I understand it's going too fast. People can barely keep it up, and then things just pop up because they need to leave your old embodiment, your old way of thinking, your old consciousness, and the way we were thinking before is not going to work anymore. Because when the astronomical content in the universe is rearranging itself, it affects us, because everything is actually a relationship. We are in relationship with our consciousness in the first place, right? So it's very interesting to keep up with how your consciousness dialogues with you, and not put that in the old highways of negativity, but embrace it and start to communicate what you want from yourself. Many people have moved out of old jobs, out of old relationships, out of old anything. I mean, for me, I must agree, the hardest thing, not really so hard, because, you know, I keep up with everything all of the time, but I checked my closet, and there were so many clothes this week, like from 6 months ago or something, I can't wear any longer. It feels too old. Even though I love them, it doesn't work. I feel bad. So I had to throw them away and arrange new clothing that matches my new consciousness actually. So here I understand as well, many people want to shift in another lifestyle, but are having a hard time actually to leave the old job, to leave the old way of interrelating, even in the closest relationship at home. And most of the time that is through many factors. That is still fear of expressing yourself, fear of being self, fear of you know, coming out with the truth within self, fear of losing partners, fear of losing family members, and so on. So there's a long list, but then again, the universe works 24 hours with us, 24/7, and can only offer you more and more beauty each day. Think about that. Ask for help to leave that old lifestyle behind, because, you know, in the past months, what we've been doing is rearranging, rewiring, leaving, you know, the smallest last steps of duality behind. And so the month of September is there to unfold a new life worldwide. And that comes down to many, many, many new relationships, depending on where your consciousness goes. What would you like to achieve? What is it that you really want to leave? This is really the week to bring your power into the fullness of your organism and take action into what you really want to achieve. And I mean, setting the goals from September until December would be a great timeline, actually, because September every week is going to be so potent, so full of instant, quick manifestations. And everything, of course, depends on what you are related to. What is your relationship in meditation? How strong is your foundation to only allow the purest vibrations into your life? How is your relationship going in the hood and in your job, your family life, and friendships, social life, and so on? They will all reflect the same factors you need to leave and factors you need to load and you know, bring your true power in the forefront of yourself and investigate your power and what you can do to really take action, focus on that action, rearrange yourself with the universe and get into that passion that is really you. Because, you know, the eclipses have all been there just for you to see and to allow the biggest change ever. We do not have the power to hold the universe back. We can only be humble and grateful for everything that is happening right now. And the most beautiful thing is instant manifestations, meaning you think it happens. I have experienced this so much this week. Like, if you want to meet up with people, you know, set out how you want to meet up, what kind of people you want to meet up with, and why. And I mean, the universe arranges that like in a quick fix. And then you'll see how interesting your life goes according to your relationships, according to your psyche, according how the many faculties in your brains are being fused in that one big potpourri. So this week is all about getting your particular unlimited vision down. We are done with everything we have lived from birth on, and we are starting a new timeline on Earth, finally, right? So, for you, it is about getting into the truth of relationship, your intergalactic, interdimensional relationships with everything that is out there in the cosmos, and how that defines you depends on you, depends on your brain construction, depends on what you don't want anymore in your brain, as that regulates your life inside out 24/7. So that can become very interesting as we start to work with the consciousness within light configurations. There is no end to what we can achieve. We don't have to wait for the scientists to tell us what to do, right? We are our own scientific component and can download our own data station today. So it's all about grounding your light, the consciousness within your light configuration, and what is being requested from you as in divine order. Because as the universe is rewiring, restructuring itself. So it redefines us as a part of the universe, right? As a starseed. And so reconnecting, and especially starting to dialogue your new inner vision for what you would like to achieve, because you know there is an army of assistants out there. It's dependent on how you relate to the galaxies, to the star systems, to the universal systems, and how you allow self to communicate with them. But many species and sources and forces of spirit. And so our spirit in the brain, our psyche, our psychological content is being reset to a high level of purity. That means we are being requested to change our relationship with food, to change our relationship with people, to change our relationship with the cosmological soup, to change our relationship with the ancestors, to change our relationship with what balances us out, and what is our highest capacity to balance out and to restructure ourselves into that new life stream, so to speak. What balances us out most is where our passion is, because where our passion is where you understand self the most, right? And so if you have a passion for food, for art, for science, for physics, for name it, it doesn't even matter. What matters is that you get into the deeper values of your passion, your word, right? And when you get into that, you find yourself rebalancing, and you understand a lot better what all these shifts in consciousness are about. And you know, we can only be so grateful, and the more we are, the more we get to understand all these shifts. Like a physician would go into the mathematics and would like to see how they work out, because we all consciousness and construction that comes from mathematics and designs itself in geometrical patterns from the Platonic solids on. That is all consciousness from first creation on. And you know, we get carbonized, and then we are living the age we need to crystallize all these things once again. So that is not that easy to understand. We can understand these days meditation is very important, because all our connections are in this big conglomerate that is meditation, that entails all of creation. And so becoming the creator self and these many stages of the creator self, and understanding that, brings you back into the crystallization of consciousness, into which all faculties that you have in your psyche merge together. So there's not only, you know, the part of the brain that thinks the artistic or creator vibrations, but they merge to such a level that your consciousness is becoming big fun. We are heading a time we can really play around with it and set our own connections or Wi-Fi stations multidimensional, universally, and recode it. I must say I have been testing this a lot, but I'm here at the stage that I want to have fun. It is really a time in which we can instantly manifest. We think it and it manifests. Only what can get in the way is overthinking or thinking about the intentions, right? So my way of doing that is I pull many intentions in one day, so I don't really have time to think about it or rethink what did I put in, so I can't really kill them with any sparkle that may cut that intention and instant manifestation down, because I love to do it that way. Okay, but we have our own ways. And so let's say, for example, you would like redirections in whatever your passion is, and I said that, for example, I'd like to meet very intelligent people. I'd like to know more about the physics, how they fuse in the brain and how that comes together. I can see a lot in meditation, but when going or socializing with people, and these things that I put out manifest quite quickly, like I meet up with what my intention was so quickly. And I also asked the universe, which is pretty funny, please let me know when I have to go and socialize in the hood, and when it's time, because timing is all up to the universe, it's not up to us. And so I put it out in the word go. So oftentimes I hear go, 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 go. I said, no thought. I just go and socialize, and it really happens. So that is my way. And it's so interesting. But here I'm getting really into knowing how these fusions or these intentions are being put together. And so we are human beings, we are not artificial, right? But my study went into artificial intelligence as well, like how are these robots, so to speak, being encoded, and why do they not do this in the first place with the human brain? There is a lot of knowledge in how to decode, and we encode consciousness, and we align and upgrade our intelligence, our wisdom, and especially our knowledge. And that comes to re-educating continually and listening to what comes through from the universe, from many sources and sources of spirit, and trusting it. So to keep it easy, this time around, it is really about getting not in the dream time, but getting into the vision of who you are and opening these ley lines. That is instant manifesting what you see in reality. We don't have to dream it through, because everything, this month especially, is becoming so crystal clear the moment you let go of anything less than crystal clear. So that's the word to ponder upon, crystal clear, for the incoming week. And so I have a lot of onlines for those who really want to set themselves into a crystal clear space, and also for beginners, how to set up that meditational space, which is your home, and taking your home everywhere that you are on the planet. And because if you are unsure, if you are in a fear factor, if you know, if your belief system sucks and all these things, all you long for is your home, right? It's like a secure space. And this time around, as people are awakening in the masses, there is but one home, and that is your crystalline consciousness, with the construction of crystalline light that you can take with you everywhere that you go. And so such a foundational setup is really imperative to strengthen self, become very strong in character building, and willing to know about how you can lift your consciousness above any dense situation, because comes a time that your grid construction, so your lighthouse, so to speak, becomes so strong, nothing dense can filter in anymore. And that is grid technology, the science of consciousness within grid technology, that makes us so strong, and so becomes a lot more interesting when you understand it in the first place, and you practice it, and then you become so confident with it, you can start to play with it in a way that you strengthen your belief in what light consciousness can do, and how it uplifts everything as an instant manifestation, and holding that plane of existence that holds consciousness and the human vibration out of the old ways, which was duality, or the matrix that cut down, or highest level of intelligence, and merging that with knowledge should move us in the mathematical equation of wisdom somehow. But then again, it is, how fast do you want to move? Where do you want to move? Because everybody is different, but we are moving together. So that component of oneness needs to be understood. We are species that need each other to evolve and create higher levels of technological content and component that can easily be downloaded these days, when being open out of judgment and having an opinion. So here, enjoy that 5-day online of how to set really your space secure, and getting to know what light consciousness is and what it can do, because that is what meditation is about. It is all about your knowledge and how it can change your entire life, how you can attract what you need, and how you can subtract what needs to go in order, you know, to grow. That was that. So enjoy this week, think about what you can do, and let go of all these fears or anything that stands in the way, especially if you're still streaming old stuff, old relationships that you know that need to go. We are done with it. There's, I mean, even clothing from like a few months ago, I can't possibly wear it anymore because it feels so extremely old on my body. I cannot handle it anymore. And that means a lot has shifted for everybody. So no matter where you are, you can start today and tell yourself, I can move out of it. I can have that new job. I can have these new people in my life. I can have a new lifestyle and build that from here until December is a crucial time and most exciting time to do that, and to start out with small things, with bigger things. It doesn't matter, as long as you move forward, you put your intention on moving forward, getting your the invisible guidance through, and trusting them, and I mean to say, speak out, dialogue to the entire cosmological soup. There is nothing more beautiful than that, because you will get your answer, you will get your proof. You know, the proof in the invisible will become visible, and so it strengthens your belief. That's the only way to do it, and that can start out today, and not being afraid of stepping into that new timeline that is going to be so massively beautiful. So also here, for people still struggling with the shifts coming through, or being afraid, or not knowing how to leave these old repetitive cycles that keep on popping up anyways, I am doing a lot of individual session, also a 3-hour session, to really get your breathing system lifted into light breathing system, meaning you stop breathing the density on earth and lift yourself into light earth, with a short schedule where I will set you in a deconstruction of your meditational space, how that works, and or no matter where you're at, I can start out from there and make it very interesting for you, depending on what your lifestyle is about, and what you would like to achieve. Because it is important we start to respect each other on that level and move on from any level. And that is the intelligence from the divine that is moving through right now, that we are able to instantly code people with that new lifestyle and keep it going and growing like never before. Let's be grateful and humble for what is coming through, because it is so majestic. So I would say, load your visionary ley lines, load them, and please cleanse the many levels within the many eyes that we have, and just maybe ponder on it. Just sit in your meditational space and start to talk with the astronomical forces and sources of the divine. Talk to Jupiter, talk to the sun, talk to the moonlights, the many lights there are there. They will dialogue, because you know, the veil between this world and the light worlds, or the lights of pure wisdom, are becoming that thin. And so imagine where we will be at the end of this year. So I wish you all good luck, success, and all the strength that you need. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and thank you so much for watching. Till next week. Thank you.